We've seen hundreds of people's lives changed, from children to adults, and to be able to be a part of that, that's what keeps me going day to day and what I'm most proud of.
Palate is a coffee shop that has a lot of love and heart that goes into it. The mission behind it is fueled by us fighting human trafficking and knowing where our coffee comes from.
Hi, welcome to Palate.
I started Palate because I had actually met another person who had a coffee shop down south, and they were using the coffee shop to help homeless community. And I thought, well, that's a really amazing idea. And so I thought, but I think I would like to start a coffee shop, but have it help fight human trafficking and bring awareness to it. And so that's why we started Palate in 2015. So the reason behind why I care so much about the fight against human trafficking is because at the age of 4, my mom actually started selling me to men. So at that age, I honestly didn't think that I would ever become an adult. I thought I would die before I became an adult. So I can remember thinking as a child that if I ever made it out of this, that I would want to help people. And so my mom sold me from the age of 4 until about 15. For many years, I didn't share what had happened to me. I really didn't want to acknowledge it, and I wanted to pretend it had never happened. And I told you, that I wanted to help people if I survived. And so we did that by going to other places and helping bring food and clothing to people that needed it. And that was a way I could help people, but I didn't have to share about my life. And one of those times that we went to another country in South America, I was asked to go to the hospital to meet a young girl who was only 13 years old. I didn't know anything about her other than they wanted me to go there and encourage her and pray for her. So I said, yeah, I would do that. Well, when I got there, I found out that she had tried to kill herself, and she didn't want to live. And the reason why is because she had been sold by her own mom at the age of 7. She was now 13, but the man that she was sold to had passed away. And so now she felt she didn't know what was going to happen to her. The community knew what had happened to her, and she was afraid of nobody ever caring about her or loving her and being accepted. And so at that moment, I felt that was my time to share with her what had happened in my life. And I saw the impact in her life and what my story gave her courage to want to do the same and live again. And so when I saw that happen, I thought and felt that I needed to share my story to help other people. And that was part of my purpose that I didn't even know was.
Seeing the growth, the fight, the life that overcame all those things, and the willingness to essentially dive back into it to help others, going back into what you just came out of, that's resilience.
Palate's impacted my life probably more so in the fact that if I hadn't walked in here, I wouldn't be where I'm at. This place will forever be my place. It's my safe space. It's one of those places where I know that it will always be here, and I know that I'll always be a part of it. And I know it's the place that when I walked in here, obviously didn't know then that it was going to be something that was a part of the life that my life was going to change from. But knowing that everything I went through and the day I walked in here down to the day where I am now, all had to do with me just walking in that front door.
Sometimes I think people want to give up instead of fighting, but if we can fight, that we can endure, we can do amazing things. And so I didn't believe that in myself in my younger days, but now I think that's the most amazing thing, is when I can talk to survivors that are just starting their journey. A survivor, like, they can have counselors and they need them, of course, but you can have all these people that want to help, but a survivor to survivor makes a whole different impact. And so when I can tell them, I know how you feel, I know what you're going through, and I know what your life can be, I think it makes a bigger impact on them.
Seeing and knowing and meeting people who have gone through horrible things, I can't imagine what they've experienced, and if there's any chance that they can take a moment and feel free, feel loved, real true love, and have a chance at hope and have a chance at a life, just seeing that moment, just being a part of those moments is incredible.
When we get those calls the last 20 minutes that you have a survivor and we need a place for her to be, or I'm at the boutique working and I get a call from one of the baristas over here saying that they have a call from someone on the phone saying that they have a survivor and they need some assistance. Those are the moments that it's like, I know why I'm here. I know exactly why I'm here. If I do what I do because Tina did it for me, and if she hadn't have done it for me, I wouldn't be able to do it for other people.
That makes me get a little emotional. I think that I made it, I survived this, and that I have value, because that's the thing with the survivors. Any survivor you talk to is realizing that they have value, because they've been beat down so much that they just think their life isn't worth living. If I could tell little Tina, hang in there, girl, because good things are coming, that's probably what I would do, is tell her, you're gonna make it. Sometimes when you talk to people about the fight against human trafficking, they are like, oh, that's such a big cause. I don't know, what can I ever do to help, you know? And to know that they can feel good about, okay, I can buy a cup of coffee, you know? And I think it makes them feel good too, that they're not just buying a cup of coffee that goes nowhere. Their money is actually helping make a difference. We opened our second coffee shop in DeBerry, so now that vision can expand into a whole new community. We have a safe house in South America. We have a restoration home that we're helping in Wisconsin. We just purchased 10 acres that we're going to build tiny homes for survivors to be able to have a safe place to live. And so from coffee, it's gone way beyond. And so we're impacting lives all over.